Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I welcome all the audience who are joining us from different parts of the world to today's program. This program is being brought to you by the Imamia Medics International Women's Wing, Florida chapter. A very happy International Women's Day to all the beautiful women out there. We will begin today's program with the recitation of holy verses, for which I would like to invite Sister Sakina Rizvi, who is one of the youngest participants in our today's program. She's a student in 10th grade, and in her free time, she loves to bake, she loves to paint. Welcome, Sister Sakina Rizvi.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैं सूरह इमाम ज़माना पढ़ती हूँ।
Jazakallah.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अल्लाहुम्मा कुल्ले वलियकल हुज्जत इब्निल हसन सलवातुका अलैहि व अला आबाए في هذه الساعة وفي كل الساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرزك طوعا وتمتيه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Thank
Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. MashaAllah, that was very beautiful, Sister Sakina. Now, I would like to invite our moderator for today's program, that is Dr. Noor Shirazi. Dr. Noor is a second year medical student at Nova Southeastern University in Dave, Florida. She completed her undergraduate studies at the University of Florida with a major in microbiology and minors in international relations and French language and literature. She has recently published and is currently involved in research on various chronic conditions. Additionally, one of her main career aspirations is to further preventative education, and in this vein, she works with her colleagues to host workshops in the community about how to manage and prevent common diseases like diabetes. In her free time, she enjoys reading, painting, journaling, traveling, and spending time with her family and friends. She's passionate about volunteering in her community and looks forward to becoming a valuable member of both the medical and general community. Thank you, Sister Noor, for joining us. You are most welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for that amazing welcome. I'm glad to be here and happy International Women's Day to everybody. I'm so glad to be the moderator of this program today. It's quite an honor. But just to move the program right along, I'd like to introduce Sister Manwar Abbas. She's going to be reciting a mankabat for us today about Imam Ali alayhi salam. Manwar completed her Bachelor's of Business Administration with a double major in Marketing and International Business at Florida International University. She then obtained her Juris Doctor from Florida International University College of Law in May 2024. After passing the Florida bar exam on her first attempt in July 2024, Manwar went on to pursue her career as a real estate attorney in Miami, Florida. Manwar is an active member of Who is Hussein Miami and dedicates her free time to giving back to the community through various nonprofits. She also enjoys traveling and cooking. Welcome, Sister Manwar Abbas, to the program today, and we are excited to hear your mankabat.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and thank you, Noor, for the introduction. I'm going to be reading Dil Ye Tera Ghar Ya Ali by Shafqat Amanat Ali. Ya la 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 ya Ali, Dil Ye Tera Ghar Ya Ali, Ya la 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 ya Ali, Dil Ye Tera Ghar Ya Ali. किस ओर भी जाऊं बस तुझको ही पाऊं है ये कैसा सहर अली या ला 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 या अली दिल ये तेरा घर या अली। माँ के शिकम से सुनते आए नाम तेरा या अली। सब कुछ भूला पर नहीं भूला नाम तेरा या अली। जब कहती है ये दुनिया के ये हैं अली वाले, क्या सुकून मिलता है क्या बताएं। तेरा नाम बंदगी हो, तेरा नाम हर खुशी हो, ऐसा नसीब वो कहाँ से लाएं। लजपाल तू मौला अब तेरे हवाले, अपना हर सफर या अली। या ला 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 या अली। दिल ये तेरा घर या अली। या ला 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 या अली। दिल ये तेरा घर या अली। काबे की दीवारें मौला तेरे लिए यूं खुली, क्योंकि घर को इल्म था का है इस घर का मकीन। आमद हुई जब तेरी मुरसल खुशी से बोले, आया मेरा सहारा या अली। जिस जिसका भी मैं मौला, जिस जिसका भी मैं आका, उसका मौला है मेरा अली। तेरे नाम का मौला रहे विर्द लबों पे, हम कहते रहें या अली। या ला 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 या अली। दिल ये तेरा घर या अली।
Mashallah, mashallah. That was very beautiful, Sister Mahnur. Jazakallah for reciting that. Here, I would like to introduce and welcome Mrs. Kamar Naqvi. She is the chair of the Florida chapter of Imamia Medics International Women's Wing, and she has played a very crucial role in bringing today's program to all of you. Assalamu alaikum, Kamar Aunty. Welcome.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम वर्दा, क्या हाल है, कैसे हैं आप लोग को मैं नजर आ रही हूँ?
Ji, Alhamdulillah. Thank you for joining us. Happy International Women's Day.
आप लोगों को भी हैप्पी इंटरनेशनल वुमेंस डे। आज का क्या कहते हैं वो ख़वातीन का आलमी दिन मुबारक हो आप सबको। और सॉरी फॉर बीइंग अ लिटिल लेट, आई जस्ट केम फ्रॉम वर्क, तो इस वजह से मैंने थोड़ा सा डिलेड ज्वाइन किया।
No problem, no problem. Would you like to go for the introduction of IMI and Women's Wing, or would you like me to go for it?
नो, वी बोथ कैन डू इट टुगेदर इफ यू
Please,
वांट।
please,
Yeah,
please.
let's started. IMI जो है बेसिकली लॉन्ग आइलैंड के एक घर में बेसमेंट में 3 लोगों के ख्याल से बनी, और उसके फाउंडिंग फादर्स में से हैं डॉक्टर वजी रिजवी माशाल्लाह से। और मैं अभी देख रही थी कि अल्लामा इकबाल कॉन्फ्रेंस में जो मुल्तान में हुई है 2024 में, बहुत ही खुश आइन और बहुत ही बेहतरीन जिसे कहते हैं के पेश कदम है। और अब आप बताइए, प्लीज यू कैन गो ऑन एंड देन आई कैन ऐड सम मोर इफ यू वांट।
जी ज़रूर। तो जैसा कि आपने कहा, इमामिया मेडिक्स इंटरनेशनल का एक बहुत ही वाइड स्पैन है जिसमें इट वर्क्स फॉर द नीडी, इट वर्क्स फॉर दोज हु स्पेशली कम टू यूएस after completing their medical education or in any way have a medical background. So just to go about it more professionally, I would like to mention that IMI provides a global platform for Muslim health and science professionals for career development, as well as the opportunity to offer health education and services to underserved populations globally. And because, please, if you're saying something, Kamaranti, please go on.
नो नो, आप बात करें प्लीज,
Gee,
सॉरी।
sure. So, Women's Wing, which is one of the most active auxiliary wings of Imamia Medics International, is chaired by Dr. Homa Naqvi. And it has been one of the most active wings of Imamia Medics International, and it shares similar ideological, professional, educational, academic, socioeconomic, and humanitarian dimensions. One of the few of the major goals of the women's wing that we work upon are women's health and wellness, women's education and skill training, and women's empowerment. Keeping this as our main focus, we work in different areas to provide women with the best possible opportunities that we can. And now I'd like to play a very short and quick introductory video of the Imamia Medics International and Women's Wing for all the people who are joining us to know more about it.
Disasters don't tell they are coming. They catch us off guard and often paralyze life. At times, we lose everything. At times, it's too much to bear alone. At times, hope is lost and we don't know how to carry on. But then, out of nowhere, help arrives. A stranger stretches a helping hand, and life starts to rebuild itself. Millions of people around the world are forced to live in extreme poverty. For them, access to clean water, food, basic health, and education is a constant struggle. We are Imamia Medics International. We are a group of passionate healthcare professionals, students and volunteers who have dedicated ourselves to improve and transform lives in the hardest hit, difficult to reach areas. Our story began some 30 years ago in a small New York basement when a group of friends with limited resources but big hearts founded IMI with the vision and commitment to serve humanity. Since then, this caravan of serving grew exponentially, and today, by the grace of Almighty, we are impacting thousands of lives in more than 17 countries through 70 running projects in countries like Pakistan, India, Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Yemen, Burkina Faso, Turkey, Morocco, UK, Canada, and the United States. Whether it's natural disasters, pandemics, armed conflicts, or life struggling for survival, we understand the importance of providing urgent relief. IMI is a United Nations accredited organization that prides itself in a pledge to serve mankind, surpassing racial, ethnic, and religious boundaries. Medical treatment, educational support, advocacy, and disaster relief are some of the key areas we focus on. Hajj Medical Mission, that has been successfully providing free treatments and medicines for the past 16 years, approximately 50,000 pilgrims are served each year. 15 years of medical missions in Iraq, where in a span of just 10 days, more than 150 doctors from around the world provide free medical treatment to over 100,000 pilgrims, which is a Guinness Book mentionable event. Provision of medical, surgical, and blood donation camps in several cities in Pakistan. Network of Get Well charitable clinics in multiple cities in India, helping villagers in war-born Burkina Faso and Africa build clean water wells, schools, and clinics. Exchange of medical knowledge and modern technology for training doctors and medical students in Iraq and Afghanistan. NES Program Support Program in New Jersey has benefited over 1,000 doctors from 36 countries who are now successfully practicing medicine in the U.S. and England. Scholarships and interest-free loans for more than 5,000 students in Pakistan, India, and Iraq. A network of free clinics and ambulance services saves lives every day in several disadvantaged areas in Pakistan. Water filtration plants in the arid Thar Desert. Sadiq International University is making rapid progress in Lahore and Karachi campuses. Ongoing construction of Al Zahra Medical Complex in Chakwal, Pakistan. Meanwhile, IMI's Women's Wing is actively providing services in education, healthcare, and other social activities, working alongside male volunteers. And the iconic multipurpose Dream Project in New Jersey that will benefit generations to come. It's been a long, arduous yet rewarding journey of serving those in extreme needs. But still, with Mother Nature witnessing the worst catastrophes in its history, there is no time to rest. As always, none of this would be possible without the generous support of donors like you. Each step towards removing pains is backed by your kindness. Together, let's make those smile again who have very little to smile about.
So after the video, I would request Sister Noor to kindly introduce our first guest speaker for today.
Thank you so much, Sister Warda. The video was, so amazing, and so it was so profound, and I think it hit me kind of in my heart, because I think this is like the type of stuff that we train for. All of us, are professionals, all the people watching are professionals, and I think these are like the situations that we really are trained for and are like meant to act in. So with that said, I'd like to introduce our first guest. Her name is Sister Nurgis Rizvi. She is a lawyer. She graduated from the University of Miami, but completed her Bachelor of Science in Biology and Neuroscience with a minor in business at Nova Southeastern University first. After that, she went on to complete law school at the University of Miami, getting married during her final year and graduating with her Juris Doctor degree at 23 years old. She then successfully passed the bar exam right after. In her free time, Nurgis enjoys traveling, drinking a good cup of coffee, and spending time with her family, friends, and her cat. So Sister Nurgis, welcome to the program.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you so much for that introduction. I'm so honored to be here, and I want to wish you all a very happy International Women's Day. As women, we wear many hats, and today I wanted to touch on my experience as a young woman pursuing a career as a professional while balancing law school, taking the bar exam, and married life, all without compromising any parts of myself. When I got married in my final year of law school, many people asked me how I'd manage. And to be honest, I asked myself the same question. People assumed I would have to sacrifice something, but I knew one thing. I wasn't choosing between being a wife or being a professional. I was choosing to be both. The legal profession is a demanding but rewarding field. It truly challenges you and gives you the power to advocate for those who can't speak for themselves. Law school honestly gave me a purpose. It taught me resilience and how to think critically. Yet, despite all the progress that we've made, less than half of all lawyers are women, and an even smaller percentage are Muslim women. The legal profession needs more strong, passionate women to break barriers and inspire change. This is especially crucial for us as Muslim women. We need to ensure that our voices are heard, our unique perspectives are represented, and our communities are empowered. The journey of mine wasn't easy. There were long nights of studying, early mornings of responsibilities, and a lot of moments of self-doubt. But I learned that success honestly isn't about prioritizing one part of yourself over another. It's about embracing all that you are. I leaned heavily on discipline, time management, and my strong support system. And I just continue to remind myself of why I chose this path. To every woman that's striving for success, whether in school, in your career, or in your personal life, just know that you're strong enough to balance it all. You can be driven and committed, intelligent and loving, a professional and a partner. Us women are proving every single day that ambition and personal fulfillment are not mutually exclusive. So, as women, let's keep breaking barriers, lifting each other up, and showing the world that we can do it all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Nurgis. That was really amazing and uplifting. I think everybody needs a little bit of a pep talk, a pick me up, especially when things, especially are not going so well. Everybody faces hard times in their life, so to hear somebody who's a professional and somebody who's been through it kind of talk about their experience and that things were not always easy for them is really, really great. So thank you so much for that. I do want to take a second just to um, thank Imamia medics and to kind of focus on the efforts that they're doing as well, kind of bringing women like this out of their personal spaces to speak about all of this because a lot of times when you're on social media and the internet is such a grave place these days, it's hard to see that behind like all the pretty pictures and like the like the picture perfectness of the internet that there's also hardship and that people are fighting their own personal battles. So thank you, Sister Nurgis, for that. And we're going to be moving right along. So next, I'd like to introduce Dr. Nas Rizvi. She's an optometrist. Um, so Dr. Nas Rizvi completed her Bachelor's of Science at the University of Illinois in Chicago with honors and Doctor of Optometry with clinical honors from the Illinois College of Optometry. She's a national board certified optometrist specializing in comprehensive eye exams and contact lens evaluation. She's passionate about diagnosing, treating, and managing dry eye and ocular disease. With full medical scope licensure, Dr. Rizvi is dedicated to providing exceptional eye care and improving the quality of her life for her patients one eye exam at a time. When not caring for patients, Dr. Rizvi enjoys international traveling and volunteering, spending time with family and friends, and staying active through nature walks. Dr. Rizvi is an active member of the Illinois Optometric Association, an active volunteer, able to volunteer and provide eye examinations in various countries such as Ecuador, Guatemala, and Mexico. And she looks forward to her future mission trips that and serving the local community. Thank you, Dr. Nas Rizvi. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me. Sorry for the hard word, optometric. It's so good to be here. Happy Women's Day, everybody. I just wanted to kind of hop on and talk about my experience. School, work, life, family balance can be a lot. So when it comes down to it, it just takes hard work. When it comes down to being able to balance life, it seems hard. I mean, if you go back, I've been practicing for about 8 years now. The 4 years of optometry school, I can't even remember if you were to ask me, but you have to just kind of take it one day at a time. Family support, having family such as your, parents, sisters, things like that. And then just friends. Women in optometry has definitely expanded. It used to be like a male dominant role. I think in my class, more than 70% were women, and that definitely was not the case when it first started out. It's a good balance to have between life and then being able to kind of incorporate your professional life into giving back to the community. So I think that really works well, especially with Imamia medics, because they're kind of helping both. They're helping people who need the help, and then they're helping the health professionals who want to help. So it kind of brings a helping hand in both ways, which I think is amazing. And then when it comes down to we always want to talk about Ramzan and like the nutrition aspect of eye care as well. So I mean, to kind of balance into how we have our eye care, nutrition, everyone, women, children, everyone needs to have their daily nutrition intake. So I always tell my patients, make sure you're getting a well-balanced diet, which I know seems hard, especially with Ramzan and everything that pakora and fried foods for sure you try to stay away from, but you can't help it. It's just always there. So make sure you're getting good nutrition, green leafy vegetables, omega-3s. And then I always like to remind women that we always put everyone else first. So just make sure you're going for your yearly exams too, making sure healthcare is number one for you and the entire family as well. Thank you again for having me here, and it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rizvi. It was really great to hear that from you. I think it's interesting that you brought up a point about Imamia medics being kind of like a conduit between people who need help and people who are wanting to help. And I think that That's a really important point to focus on because you're so right. There are tons of health professionals out there and professionals in general who are looking for ways to help people. And sometimes you're kind of in a vacuum, like you're not sure where to go, who to ask, what to do. So actually, Imamia Medics has a really great Instagram page. They have really great socials and they announce the different programs that they're working on. And I've looked through their website as well. And they like have really great programs like you were mentioning. So if you are a health professional out there who's looking to help, kind of being on those socials and following the Instagram and kind of bookmarking the website to kind of go check every now and then can probably be really helpful. And I think that's something that I did too a couple of months ago. I was like, you know what, like you're gonna to keep updated, at least you know what's going on in the world. So when you're in a place to be that you're ready to help, that you can help, you have the resources, you have the education, you've got the degrees, then you can do so. So thank you so much for such a well thought out little talk for us. So we're gonna move right along. And the next speaker that I'd like to introduce is Sister Miriam Rizvi. Miriam Rizby is a third-year undergraduate at the University of Pennsylvania. She's studying biology and bioethics, and she's sub-matriculating in an MSc in bioengineering. I know that's kind of a mouthful, but how amazing. She's interested in pursuing work in capacity building for women's health in global healthcare systems and has done research on improving radiologic health outcomes in undersourced regions. She runs the South Asian Women's Space at the University of Pennsylvania, which is dedicated to uplifting the stories and histories of South Asian women through dialogue and social justice, and has raised funds for educational initiatives for young girls in India. In her free time, she enjoys baking and spending time with family. Welcome, Sister Miriam Rizvi, to the program.
Thank you so much, Sister Noor, for that wonderful introduction. I'm going to be talking a little bit about how South Asian identity ties into our purpose today, especially on such an important day, International Women's Day. A question that I have often thought about myself is, what does it mean for us to take up space? I feel as if, as South Asian, Muslim, Shia women, we carry this unique burden of not only being minorities in our homelands, minorities in the United States, minorities within broader South Asian spaces, and even minorities within Muslim spaces. We carry these intersecting burdens and we don't really know how to go from here. And yet, among all of these, we choose to lead. If you look at us, we carry so much of the work in our communities, whether it be opening up our homes every year for ladies' majlises, leading in our imam bargas, or in the world at large. We often don't stop to recognize the work and the power of what we do. So at the University of Pennsylvania, I lead the South Asian Women's Space. And something that's always struck me is that it's a space where many other South Asian Muslim women come together, but we don't actually take the time to reflect upon how our distinct experiences actually inform our identity as a South Asian woman. We get grouped under this larger South Asian narrative, but our specific stories, our struggles, our histories, and our labor often go unspoken, and especially how our identity as a Shia Muslim woman tie into this also often is never spoken about. And if we don't actually push for ourselves and create spaces where we encourage dialogue and conversation and, talking about what does this mean for us? What are the challenges that we uniquely experience? And how do we build from there, not even just among ourselves, but how do we talk about this in broader communities of South Asian women? No one else will create this space for us. Again, as I said, in our communities, we are the ones who organize, who build, and who carry. In Muharram, every year we host majalis and we talk about the legacies of powerful women role models like Bibi Zainab, and we don't just remember them. We try to embody their strength, whatever that means for us. But in my opinion, I feel as if our communities cannot just be about carrying traditions and stories, which is very important, but they also have to be about change. And for many of us in the West, we are one of the first generations entering careers that were not designed for us to be in, fields that were historically dominated by not just men, but white women or non-Muslim or non-Shia women. I feel so lucky that I had a generation above me that I could turn to that came to the US of women that, not only carried, the labor in the home, in religion, but also turned to their career and they accomplished so much. And I hope that the next generation and every generation after this, we can push that ceiling a little bit more so we can change our narratives of what we are capable of a little more every generation. Because I feel like every time I look to be inspired, I look to the previous generation, and I hope that the next generation can do the same about the new youth. And IMI has done incredible work. Alhamdulillah, like it has shown us the power of what it means to actually create spaces for ourselves, especially through the women's wing. And I feel like we now have these systems where we can continue to build more, to create more, and make sure that the next generation of Shia Muslim women has something even greater to step into than we have. And like I said, I always turn to our previous generation as a model for what we are capable of. I feel as if we don't actually create these channels for advocacy, not just for ourselves here in the West, but to champion programs that uplift women back home in Pakistan and India and beyond, they won't exist. So it's so important not to wait for permission. Let's continue to build and lead, not just for ourselves, but to show generations what we're capable of. And let's continue to have dialogue and discussion about our challenges so that rather than getting overlooked, we address it and we talk about it and we acknowledge everything that we do.
Thank you so much, Sister Miriam. That was incredibly, incredibly uplifting for everybody in the audience. We do have a question that came in from you from our viewers on YouTube. And I'm just going to read it out directly for you. So what you have mentioned as burdens, can they also be looked at as strengths and opportunities? And then a follow-up question was, how did you find yourself pursuing this path exactly? And was there any specific motivation that led you to this path?
Yeah, so for the first one, I definitely think that we don't have to frame it as burden. I said burden because I think oftentimes it's just established as what's existing and what should be, but it is a strength because it's what we choose to do, what we want to do, and we carry this with us. But it also takes, it takes from us a little bit, and we should acknowledge the work that we do to build our communities. So it is a burden, but it's also a strength because it what makes us as women so special. Because not only do we carry those, we also are continuously working to do amazing things, not just like professionally, but religiously. So it's a little bit of both. And then the second thing about what made me inspired to do this work, I think, as I said earlier, I have always felt very inspired by the women of the previous generation and also many generations to come. And I feel like that inspires me because it makes me realize that everything that you think you're capable of, you can do more. And especially as a woman, I think it's so important to push those boundaries and put ourselves in spaces that don't exist for us. Because if we don't do it, I don't think anyone else will. So it's important to advocate for ourselves.
Thank you so much, Sister Miriam. She actually brings up a really important point. It got me thinking while she was talking a little bit about how I think each one of us in the audience, on the meeting, I think each one of us can think about when we go to majalis and we go to programs at our centers at various houses, how we can think of at least 3 to 5 women who are responsible for that program running the way that it should be running, for everybody getting where they need to be. And so I think taking that model and applying it to like different career spaces is something that's super necessary. And it's amazing to me that we have all these women sitting here today who are building themselves in various career spaces and different models and kind of prepping those spaces for people within our generation who are going to come and, kind of expand it. So it's lovely to really see like a base that's kind of forming to kind of grow in the future. And that's super exciting. So with that, we're going to move on. Thank you again, Sister Miriam. To a little, we're supposed to have a healthy Ramadan recipe segment, but I think Sister Zahra is having some technical issues, etc. So we're going to skip right over that, and we're going to move to our main segment with Dr. Sabah Rizvi, Dr. Saira Ali, and Dr. Alina Rizvi. on dental hygiene and maintenance. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and introduce each of them. It's going to be a little bit long because I'm going to introduce all three of them, but just bear with us. So Dr. Sabah Rizvi is the first person I'd like to start with. She has been practicing dentistry for over 25 years. And over the years, she has gained a better understanding of her patients, their concerns, and their treatment needs, successfully helping numerous people overcome their fears. She is a firm believer of being a good listener with a gentle touch, and she believes that that makes for an amazing dental experience. Her mission is to provide dental care connecting with the rest of the body for total health and wellness. As part of her commitment and passion to providing the best for her patients, she is a continual learner to serve the community at large. She is a graduate of Rutgers University of Dental Medicine, and as she sees lives change by transforming people's smiles, helping them chew better, or getting them out of pain, she finds deep fulfillment in getting them healthy and confident. On a personal note, she is married to Hassan Rizvi, a well-known patent attorney. She's the proud parent of 5 children and an amazing son-in-law. In her free time, she enjoys fitness, sketching, traveling, and reading. So we welcome you, Dr. Rizvi, to the meeting. Next, we have Dr. Saira Ali, who is a highly skilled dentist from Pakistan who has been helping patients maintain their smiles since 2003. In her most recent 15 years of tenure, she's focused on serving her patients as a hygienist, providing thorough cleanings, and taking a detailed approach. She works closely with patients to educate them on the best ways to care for their teeth and gums. Her gentle and caring nature creates a relaxing environment, making every visit a pleasant experience. When she's not at the office, you might find Sarah relaxing with a mystery novel after a good home-cooked meal, or planning her next great travel destination, helping her to stay focused and refreshed. Sarah is married and is a mom of 2 boys. So we welcome you, Dr. Sarah Ali, to the meeting today. And thirdly, we have Dr. Alina Rizvi. She is a PGY1 dental resident. Dr. Alina Rizvi completed her Bachelor's of Science in Neuroscience and Behavior at Florida Atlantic University, and then went on to obtain her Doctor of Dental Medicine degree from Rutgers School of Dental Medicine. She's currently completing a general practice residency at Yale Hospital in New Haven, Connecticut. Dr. Alina is eager to be a lifelong learner and dedicated to caring for her patients throughout the rest of her dental career. In her free time, she enjoys baking, reading, and loves to spend time with her family and friends. We welcome you as well, Dr. Alina Rizvi, to the meeting. So we're going to begin with a presentation from Dr. Sabah Rizvi, and then following that will be a question and answer panel with all three of these wonderful women. So for audience members, I encourage you on the YouTube chat to submit any questions, comments, and concerns that you might have during the presentation for the Q&A that is going to go on to progress afterwards. Welcome, Dr. Sabah Rizvi, to the meeting today.
Thank you so much, Noor, for that introduction. And I'm just going to share my screen. Just give me a moment. Okay. Can you see my screen? Yes? Okay, perfect. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. मैं अपने दिल से इस दावत के लिए इमामिया मेरिक्स का शुक्रिया अदा करती हूँ। ये मेरी इज़्ज़त अफजाई है। इमामिया मेरिक्स एक ग्लोबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, हर तरह सबकी मदद करती है। इसमें शरीक होना एक सवाब है। So I'm going to start my presentation about the healthy mouth, how it leads to a healthy body, and how it leads to a healthy mind. Once upon a smile. Meet Amina. Amina is a busy mom of 3 children. Her days are filled with errands, cooking, cleaning, picking and dropping off her children to school. She tries to take good care of her health, but by the end of the day, she is exhausted, and the last thing on her mind is to brush her teeth. She looks in the mirror and says to herself, I'm too tired to brush, and at least my smile looks good. And this schedule continues indefinitely. So I want to talk to you about the hidden link of your mouth to the rest of your body. Amna started to feel fatigue over time and was not sleeping well at night. She thought it was due to her busy schedule. Amna started feeling occasional heart palpitations and could not figure out why. She ignored her symptoms. Amna's health started to decline rapidly, and she was experiencing extreme pain in her abdomen. When she went to the emergency room, she was informed that she just went through a miscarriage. There are microscopic invaders in our mouth. The human mouth is the home to billions of bacteria. While many of these bacteria are beneficial, helping with digestion and other protection, overgrowth of harmful bacteria contributes to serious health issues, heart attacks, stroke, dementia, Alzheimer's, diabetes complications, and increased risk of pneumonia, with the bacteria being inhaled into the lungs, and preterm low birth weight babies. Your mouth is the gateway to your body and your overall health. Oral bacteria enters the bloodstream through the inflamed gums, and this bacteria continues to contribute to arterial plaque buildup, increasing the risk for heart attack and strokes. Dementia, Alzheimer's, and mental health. The same bacteria found in the patients of gum disease are also found in the brains of Alzheimer's disease. The chronic inflammation caused by the oral bacteria contributes to the dementia and memory loss.
In many ways, your mouth is the gatekeeper between the outside world and the rest of your body. Your mouth is teeming with billions of bacteria. There are more bacteria in your mouth right now than there are people on Earth. Over time, these bacteria can stick together and multiply. They form a colony, and the colonies can then join together, forming a thick layer called a plaque biofilm. This can eventually spread across every surface of your entire mouth. Your teeth, your gums, your cheeks, and your tongue. Every small space in your mouth provides the perfect environment for bacteria to thrive and for the plaque biofilm to grow, which it can.
Start playing it right.
Diabetes are even more susceptible to gum disease because their blood vessels are compromised. The area between your teeth and gums is densely packed with intricate blood vessels. Normal, everyday activities can burst those tiny vessels. Then pieces of the plaque biofilm and bacteria can detach and mix with the blood, giving bacteria from the surface of your mouth full access to the rest of your body. And for people with severe gum disease, new science suggests that these bacteria may link to other disorders, like heart disease, where bacteria may be involved in plaque buildup in the blood vessels, or pneumonia, where bacteria can create an infection in your lungs.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to continue. Okay.
Then pieces of the plaque biofilm and bacteria can detach and mix with the blood, giving bacteria from the surface of your mouth full access to the rest of your body. And for people with severe gum disease, new science suggests that these bacteria may link to other disorders, like heart disease, where bacteria may be involved in plaque buildup in the blood vessels, or pneumonia, where bacteria can create an infection in your lungs, or rheumatoid arthritis, a debilitating disease of inflammation in the joints, or preterm low birth weight in infants, which may be linked to bacteria passed from the mother to her fetus. Good oral care may positively affect your overall health, which is important because what happens in your mouth may not stay in your mouth.
So Amna is chronically having bleeding gums, and her teeth are feeling loose. Her face is swollen. Her children were very sad to see her mother in pain. Amna was unable to care for her children, and they were feeling neglected. She decided to make an emergency appointment to visit the dentist. So she decided to take charge of her health and resumed healthy habits, which meant that, brushing twice a day, flossing once a day, and rinsing with a good mouthwash, maintaining good oral hygiene, brushing, flossing, and regular dental visits can help control harmful bacteria and reduce systemic risks. After Amna made a few minor changes to her diet, to her home care and exercise routine, Amna felt a burst of energy. Her heart palpitations disappeared, and the best news of all, she found out that she was pregnant. She was super happy, alhamdulillah. You can make a change. Each and every one of us has a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is a matter of just learning, improving, and caring for yourself to help the world around you. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, there are two blessings which people do not appreciate, health and leisure. Take advantage of your health before times of sickness, and take advantage of your life before your death. Us women, from a very young age, we are there to help our parents, our siblings, extended family members. We are there to help our husband, children, grandchildren, in-laws, friends, colleagues, classmates. But before we help others, we must first take charge of our health in order to help all the other dynamics that are in our lives. So that is the end of my presentation. मैं एक बार और फिर आप सबका और इमामिया मेडिक्स का शुक्रिया अदा करती हूँ कि उन्होंने मुझे खिदमत का मौका दिया है. And now we can move on to the question and answers. Noor?
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Rizvi. Yeah, so we've got a couple of questions, some really good ones from the chat. So I'm going to start with Dr. Saira Ali. The first question is going to be for you. It is how someone is asking, how can someone deal with sensitivity of the teeth? And can it be improved over time or?
So thank you so much for the opportunity. As far as sensitivity is considered, it is a common concern. The main thing is to find out the root cause of the problem. What is it that's causing the sensitivity? There are certain products that are available that can reduce sensitivity. Excuse me, I'm going to pause right now. Do you want me to speak in Urdu or do you want me to speak in English?
That's totally up to you. We can combine.
Okay. So, like I said, so there could be, it depends on what is causing the sensitivity. There are certain products that are available that can help reduce it, but the first thing is to always find the source of the problem. जब तक root cause treat नहीं होगा, तब तक main problem नहीं जाएगी. Yes, products can help, but the root problem needs to be taken away. Sometimes it is gum recession. कभी हमारे जो मसूड़े होते हैं वो अपनी जगह से थोड़ा नीचे migrate कर जाते हैं. As South Asians, we're predisposed to a lot of gum and bone problems. So if it is that's causing the problem, then we have to see what course of action. So the best way to do it is to go to a dental office or a professional help and professional advice लेकर कि क्या चीज़ cause कर रही है वो sensitivity, and then once that is treated, then there are products. One of the most commonly easily found toothpastes in the market is Sensodyne and Pronamel. Those are very, very good products that help to reduce sensitivity. But again, if the root of the problem isn't treated, it's not going to completely go away. So the best thing to do is to go to your dentist and find out what's going on. That's why regular dental visits really help to keep everything in check.
Great, thank you so much. That was very informative. We have another question for Dr. Alina Rizvi. Would you kindly suggest some ways to prevent cavities and gum disease?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So that is a great question.
Dentistry in the modern times has actually shifted more towards a preventative approach rather than reactive, as it used to be. So our goal now as dentists in this day and age is to educate the population more on ways to prevent cavities and gum disease before they even begin. So it's very simple on how to start this process. The most important things that you can do is to brush 2 times a day, floss once a day, and just visit your dental professional every 6 months for regular cleanings. And in addition to that, to limit cavity-causing foods, which is sugary beverages like sodas, energy drinks, juices, especially limiting sweets like chocolate, and then starchy foods or foods with a lot of carbohydrates like breads, pasta, rice, all of that, when it's stuck on your teeth for long periods of time, that's what causes the dental disease to begin. So if you're limiting those foods, drinking plenty of water, brushing twice a day, and flossing, you'll be on the right track.
Thanks so much for that response, Alina. That was amazing. For Dr. Rizvi, we have a question. It's about root canals. So, root canals have long been a part of dental treatment, but in recent times, alternative treatments like implants have also come into play. Are there any aspects of root canal treatments that may be dangerous in the long run, because of which other alternatives would be preferred?
Yes, that's a great question. I get that question asked of in my office many times. So our primary goal as dentists, we are there to save teeth. So we try as much as possible to be able to preserve our natural structure as best as possible, which is why root canals came about. And the process of a root canal is that you get to keep your tooth with the fact that we just remove the nerve and you're still able to function and chew as normal. However, in recent times, there's been a shift in worldwide where people are very into total health and wellness. And when you do have a root canal tooth, it is a dead tooth. And when you have a dead tooth, it does attract plaque and bacteria around the roots of that tooth. And so a lot of times people prefer to have their tooth taken out instead of doing the root canal, which I totally respect if they want to do that. And the alternative treatment would be to do implants to replace those teeth. And even in implants, we place titanium implants, but if you wanted a more non-metal options, there are other options such as zirconia implants. Yeah, so that's a great question.
Thank you so much. We have one question, and maybe Dr. Sarah Ali, you can take this one. There's a question about somebody said on the YouTube chat that they read an article that according to new research, flossing is now advised against doing so. And I know that in addition to this, like there's a lot of misinformation on like social media and the internet about like dental practices, medical practices, what's healthy, what's not healthy. Could you just talk a little bit about maybe that specific flossing question, and then also just where is like a good source for people to look for information, whether that's online or like could you recommend like a website or somewhere that people can go for reliable information on like dental hygiene?
That's a great question, actually. Flossing, just like Dr. Alina mentioned, Dr. Alina Rizvi mentioned, flossing is primarily what is needed in order to prevent any kind of cavities from forming. So flossing is a very, very essential part of your daily routine. Without that, I mean, the plaque and bacterial accumulation floss is the only thing that can get the plaque and bacterial buildup from underneath the gum and remove it. Water picking is a very good option as well. However, it doesn't replace flossing. Floss is the only thing that goes in between your teeth. There are studies that are coming out which are talking about microplastics being introduced, but they aren't they're still doing research on there. So, I wouldn't, for now, we are not saying anything. There are other alternatives. There is a Dr. Tongue's brand that is available in Whole Foods that comes, that's a better version of a floss, but I mean, even then, flossing is essential. It's crucial in your everyday home care. And as far as looking for options, the internet, like you said, it is, you'll find every information. You'll basically find anything that you're looking for. If you're looking for negatives, you'll find negatives. If you're looking for positives, you'll find positives. The best places to go, ADA websites are very, very informative, and they will give you the latest information on everything that you need to know. So those are the ones that you should definitely go to and look at.
Okay, thank you guys so much. I think that's about all the questions that we have for the moment. So we thank you guys so much for being so explanatory and telling us what's what in dental hygiene. I certainly learned a lot, so I hope everybody else did too. I just want to remind everybody again that Imamia Medics has done a great job of putting this on, and if everybody could take a moment and follow the YouTube and the Instagram page and everything, you could stay updated on. They do a lot of programs like these with women, with just the general medical community as well. So again, if everybody could take a moment to just follow their socials and stay updated on these really amazing programs, we'd really appreciate it. So moving right along, we're going to invite Sister Qamar. She's going to be doing just going to be speaking a little bit, has some messages to give. So I welcome her, to speak.
I'll request you to unmute yourself, Qamar Aunty.
It should be at the bottom left.
Yeah, just, it's not my laptop besides this, so I'm not too much familiar with it. Assalamu alaikum everybody once again, and I really thank everyone on this glorious occasion of Women's Day. और इसी के साथ चूँकि आज जनाब खतीजा की शहादत है, तो मैं उसके मुनासबत से 4 मिसरे कहूँगी शौकत रज़ा शौकत के आप सबकी नज़र हैं। हया की क्यों न लिखूं अंजुमन खतीजा को, हया की क्यों न लिखूं अंजुमन खतीजा को, सलाम करते हैं जब पंजतन खतीजा को। और वो कहते हैं समझ के मोहसिन दी रसूल अकरम ने, समझ के मोहसिन दी रसूल अकरम ने दिया है अपनी अबा का कफन खतीजा को। और जनाब खतीजा की शान में जितना कहें, उस ज़माने से मुसलमान और मतलब एम्पावरमेंट को अगर आप लें, वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट को, तो हमारे लिए तो सबसे बड़ी जो रोल मॉडल हैं वो बीबी खतीजा हैं, बीबी फातिमा ज़हरा हैं। और उसी के साथ ही मैं आगे बढ़ते हुए एक और मैसेज है मेरे पास, जो कि मेरी वालदा माजदा का है, और शी इज़ अ बिग इंस्पिरेशन फॉर मी, क्योंकि शी गॉट मैरिड एट द एज ऑफ 17 और उसके बाद उन्होंने अपनी एजुकेशन कंप्लीट की, और इतना ज़्यादा जिसे कहते हैं ना ज़ोर दिया पढ़ाई पे बच्चों के, और उनके वजह से हमारे दधियाल में काफ़ी बच्चे पढ़ गए, और आज वो डॉक्टर्स हैं, इंजीनियर्स हैं, और वो अम्मी को बहुत ज़्यादा इस बात का जिसे कहते हैं कि क्रेडिट देते हैं। बहरहाल उसके साथ ही उन्होंने बस यही कहा है कि जी आज का जो प्रोग्राम है, मैं ज़रा सा उनका मैसेज पढ़ती हूँ आप लोगों के लिए, और उसके बाद हम बस रैप अप करेंगे। बस 2 मिनट। आई एम गोना इनवाइट डॉक्टर हुमा नकवी फॉर द थैंक यू नोट। जस्ट बेयर विद मी गाइस। आज का जो है प्रोग्राम पूरा कमर आंटी ने वर्दा तहस नहस कर दिया है, क्योंकि लास्ट मिनट पे काम भी करना पड़ा और कुछ और भी टेक्निकल इश्यूज आ गए थे।
No
जस्ट गिव मी अ
worries, no
मिनट।
worries.
हाँ
We are
जी।
very grateful that everybody, including yourself, has taken time to be with us. It's really amazing.
अच्छा, और एक्चुअली एट द सेम मोमेंट जहरा आपा सेंडिंग सम मैसेजेस। वो कह रही हैं कि जी आई एम अवेलेबल, व्हाट इज़ दैट, एक्चुअली अभी फ्री हो गई हूँ, वी आर ओके। सो मैं होमा के मैसेज के बाद हम जहरा आपा को 2 मिनट के लिए बुला लेंगे, मैं उनको लिख देती हूँ। और 1 मिनट जी, ओके, लेट मी डू दैट। और वर्दा आप बोलती रहिए, आपकी आवाज़ बड़ी खूबसूरत है, बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है आपसे सुनना।
मीनवाइल अगर हम बिफोर मूविंग फॉरवर्ड एक क्वेश्चन और आया था यूट्यूब पे, मैं डॉक्टर सबा से पूछना चाहूंगी
प्लीज काइंडली गो अहेड।
कि डॉक्टर सबा, किसी ने पूछा है कि अगर जैसे आपने अभी डिफरेंस बताया कि रूट कैनाल एक ऑप्शन है लेकिन एक्सट्रैक्शन भी एक ऑप्शन है, अगर आप उसको थोड़ा सा और क्लैरिफाई कर दें और अगर आप काइंडली ये गाइड कर दें कि many people have opted for root canal as well. So how to keep it clean and how to make it last longer if that is one has opted for.
Okay. As I said earlier, we always like to try to save the tooth, right? So root canal is still first option in my office, in my hands. The way I would say, try to keep it cleaner is in the hands of the professional. I have always opted to have the root canals for my patients to be done by a root canal specialist, which is an endodontist, because इनकी ट्रेनिंग इतनी ज्यादा होती है और पूरे दिन यही काम करते हैं, तो लाइक का एक्सपीरियंस इतना ज्यादा हो जाता है कि द रूट कैनाल सक्सेस रेट इज 99.9%. So if I have to say through the years how many root canals have failed and how many root canals have succeeded, 97% of the time root canals will succeed with no problem, without giving any systemic problems. But there are a small percentage of people whose bodies react differently to bacteria, and it affects them on a holistic level. So for those patients, what we are doing is that we take the tooth out, and there's different methods to replace. You know, you can do a bridge, you can do an implant, you can do a partial. So those are the different options to replace the teeth. Those are the three main options. Obviously, implant and bridges are the permanent options. So we prefer to give somebody a permanent option that they're not having to remove
Right.
at night. But what feels most natural though is a root canal, and after that is the implant, and then after that is the bridge.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much. And just before moving forward, because we have the beautiful Sister Nurgis and Sister Miriam with us also, and mashallah, आपकी जो बातें थी for youngsters, I'm sure they must be very informative and motivating. तो मैं one by one request करूँगी अगर Sister Nurgis और Sister Miriam थोड़ी सी highlight कर दें कि क्योंकि ये हमारे पास सवाल भी आया हुआ है कि जिस तरह से आपने अपनी जर्नी को हमें एक्सप्लेन किया, अगर आप थोड़ा सा गाइड कर दें कि रीसेंट टाइम्स में जो चैलेंजेस फेस करती हैं वुमेन, एंड पर्टिकुलरली बिकॉज इट्स वुमेन्स डे, तो उन चैलेंजेस को आपने किस तरह ओवरकम किया. आई नो यू हैव ट्राई टू हाईलाइटेड दैट, बट अगर आप उसको थोड़ा स्पेसिफाई कर सकें कि जगलिंग बिटवीन क्वाइट अ फ्यू थिंग्स, how did you manage to overcome the challenges and still come out stronger? So I request Sister Mariam to go first and then Sister Nargis, please.
Yes, for sure. I would say for navigating the challenges of these identity, I think like what I was saying, the biggest thing is creating these spaces where you can talk about it, and the dialogue aspect where you're with other Muslim South Asian women who are experiencing the same things. I think there's a lot of power in conversation because you're able to actually come up with really amazing, beautiful solutions. And beyond just ourselves, you can think of how can we challenge these challenges, how can we tackle these challenges and channel into work for other women as well. And I think that empowerment actually goes back to yourself as well. So I think that's what can give you power in these moments.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Sister Nargis, would you like to add anything?
I just wanted to continue to emphasize the importance of having a balance between all of our different identities as a woman. I feel like we embody so many different parts of ourselves, and making sure to keep a distinct balance between all of them, and also relying on an important on your support system and having a really strong system there is what really helps me tap into all of that.
Right. Jazakallah. Thank you so much. Kamranti, over to you.
अच्छा जनाब अली, हमारी वालदा साहिबा का मैसेज है, on this International Women's Day, I want to dedicate this day to our Bibi Khadijatul Kubra alayhi salam and congratulate to all the women around the world in every day of life. My heartfelt gratitude to IMI Women's Wing, और उनको यही है कि भाई IMI is doing so much माशाल्लाह 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 out there, और जो कि हकीकत है, तो उसमें IMI में फिर जब वुमेन विंग ऐड होती है तो चार चांद लग जाते हैं, टू बी ऑनेस्ट। और उसके बाद जो है बस वो यही कह रही जी, IMI वुमेन्स विंग टू इंक्लूड मी ऑन दिस ग्लोरियस डे। लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, बिग शाउट आउट टू माई डार्लिंग डॉटर। ओ माई गॉड, खैर छोड़ें उसको, स्किप करते हैं और आगे चलते हैं। आगे चल के हम जो है डॉक्टर हुमा को इनवाइट करते हैं, क्योंकि जहरा आपा देखो वर्दा उन्होंने ज्वाइन किया नहीं किया, मैंने उन्हें लिंक तो भेज दिया है। शी इज़ गोइंग टू जॉइन अस।
She doesn't appear to be in the
Okay, I'm gonna
participant.
ask her because she said she wants to be on. So we are gonna go with Dr. Huma and then we're gonna add Dr. अपना ये जहरा आपा को।
Right.
Dr. Huma, to you the platform, please.
Thank you so much, honey. So thank you, everyone. What a wonderful program. I'm so
MashaAllah.
mesmerized. Don't want to end up, but I think we are getting close to an hour. So
Exactly.
thank you very much. I'm going to say each name because I don't have words to express my thanks and gratitude for all of you, especially Kamar Nakvi, Dr. Sabah. Noor, you did a great job. Noor Shirazi, what a wonderful MC you did. And Dr. Sara Ali, Dr. Lina, Zehra, Mariam, Mahnoor, and I did Sabah also, and our Varda, Nazneen, and our excellent media team, Ashar Dedi. So thank you all of you to make this International Women's Day such a great success. And just a brief background that this International Women Wing has a very long standing history. Like they started in 1917 as a Russian Revolution to honor the outstanding work of the women. So since then, United Nations has been celebrating this International Women's Day. And IMI is a 501c organization, and it's a United Nations NGO. So we also started for the last couple of years, and I'm very thankful to the Florida chapter and Kamar Nakwi and their team, and Dr. Sabah and everybody else that they have been doing for the last few years, and they are willing to continue it in a very robust way. I think they have a plan to continue it as a live event next year, inshallah. So this is a very encouraging trend. So I cannot thank much to all of you, and thank you very much. Just a little message on this International Women's Day from our entire IMI Women Wing, all global, national, international, because Alhamdulillah, we have 17 chapters of Imamia Medics International Women Wing. In a very short span of time, it grew, and I mean, I'm thrilled to say that how the people keep on joining, especially the young girls, which is another show today. We saw that Miriam and Alina and Tara and all those things came together and shared their experiences. And see, this is such a good platform that Allah has given us to share our knowledge and our expertise. We learn so much all our life. We study, we learn, and we try to help each other. This is an excellent platform to share these knowledges with each other. And there is no limit what we can as a woman can accomplish. So my message for the International Women's Day is that please don't let your fear prevent you from doing what you know is right. I'm going to translate this into an Urdu share. Excuse with the young folks, but I can translate. जिंदा रहना है तो हालात से डरना कैसा, जिंदा रहना है तो हालात से डरना कैसा, जंग लाजिम हो तो लश्कर नहीं देखे जाते, जंग लाजिम हो तो लश्कर नहीं देखे जाते. So I'll wish you all my wonderful ladies to keep on, continue, shine, inspire, and as Mariam said, I think Miriam Rizvi said that keep on breaking all the barriers. Together we are strong. We can lift each other and we can inspire each other and continue to grow so we can grow and help others. Thank you very much for joining, all of you. Thank you. Jazakallah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Huma. She was the global chair of the Imamia Medics International Women's Wing. Here I would request Kamar Aunty if you'd like to add anything.
नहीं, बस हम ये कहना चाहते हैं कि हमारे अपने IMI के ताहिर रज़ा अभी जो इनका इंतकाल हुआ है उनके लिए फातिहा करेंगे और कुल मोमिन और मोमनात के लिए करेंगे। उससे पहले हम डॉक्टर नाज़रीन से 2 बोल सुनना चाहेंगे उनकी प्यारी सी आवाज़ में। कुछ कहना चाहेंगी डॉक्टर साहिबा, आप मैसेज देना चाहेंगी प्लीज़? डॉक्टर नाज़रीन, टू यू।
Thank you, Kamal.
I request to unmute Dr. Nazneen.
हाँ,
Thank you.
जी अब आइए।
Am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes,
you
yeah.
are. You are. We can hear you. Please kindly go
Thank
ahead.
you. I would like to thank IMI Women's Wing, especially Florida chapter, for all their efforts in making this program successful, especially the organizers, speakers, youngsters, motivators, uh, in taking your time, precious time out of your busy schedule. So we are really appreciated. And also want to thank IMI Women's Wing, Dr. Global Chairman, Dr. Humanakwi, for your support and guidance. And also IMI, our media team, Mr. Asher Zadi, for his expertise and cooperation. So thank you very much.
भाई
Thank you.
अशर के बगैर तो हम लोग कुछ नहीं हैं। अशर और वर्दा और डॉक्टर हुमा हैं तो सब कुछ है यहाँ माशाल्लाह।
Definitely, definitely.
Definitely, I really would like to say thank you from bottom of my heart to Varda, Asher and Dr. Homa and you, Dr. Nazleen. तो
Thank you.
उसके साथ ही let's kindly do a Surah Fatiha for our brother Tahir Raza और उसके बाद कुल मोमिन और मोमिनात and then thank you for all the best and wassalam after this.
Request Kamar Aunty to please unmute.
और शुक्रिया आप लोगों का एक बार फिर सब लोगों का, हर एक इंसान का जो इस प्रोग्राम में आया। और कमर आंटी अकेले तो कुछ नहीं है, ये फ्लोरिडा चैप्टर बैठा हुआ है और ये इसकी नई जनरेशन बैठी हुई है। इन्हीं के आगे है हाथों में फ्लोरिडा चैप्टर ऑफ IMI का वुमेन विंग एंड आई एम सो प्राउड ऑफ एवरीबडी। और माशाल्लाह नूर, आई एम सो प्राउड ऑफ यू कि तुमने इतना पहली बार हमारे साथ ये किया और बेहतरीन प्रोग्राम किया। और उसके साथ ही वर्दा, आप खुदाफिज करना चाहेंगी या कुछ
जी
कहना
ज़रूर ज़रूर।
चाहेंगी?
तो आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक वेरी मच कमर आंटी बिकॉज आपने ये प्रोग्राम ब्रिंग टुगेदर करने में बहुत एफर्ट्स किए। सिस्टर नूर, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कंडक्टिंग द प्रोग्राम सो नाइसली। डॉक्टर सायरा, डॉक्टर सबा, डॉक्टर अलीना, सिस्टर नर्जिस and Sister Mariam, and everybody who joined us, Sister Sakina, Dr. Naz. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to the Imamia Medics International Media team and Dr. Homa Naqvi for being part of this. Happy International Women's Day, everyone. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz. Thank you.
Hafiz.
Thank you. Khuda Hafiz.